viewers, and welcome back to my channel. And today we're diving head first into Dragula season 6 episode 2. From bloody scars to creepy dolls, this episode had everything. So let's dive right in, darlings. First off, how cute were the Boulet Brothers dolls on the table? As an avid doll collector myself, I would love to snatch up a pair of those. But what really stole the scene was Pie's day look. That bloody scar makeup was to die for. Literally. Now, let's talk about the dodgeball part of the episode. Cynthia Doll's cameo was so much fun. It was lovely to see her on screen. But honestly, dodgeball is super triggering to me. It takes me back to being in high school. These days, I'd rather just let the balls hit me in the face. But anyways, it was so much fun to watch, and Jaharia absolutely killed it, and I also think she's such a standout in the talking heads. Speaking of Jaharia, she gave the curse to Auntie, and Auntie seemed like really pissed off and annoyed about this, and to be fair, I mean, I guess to be chosen out of everyone is a bit annoying. Personally, I use my right hand for most things. I love that we get to see the queens working on their looks backstage, explaining like what they're doing and how it's coming along. I do wonder how much time they have on set to create the looks and whether they have to bring things like fully made, because for us on Drag Race, we had like a very short period of time to bring lots of finished looks. So that does interest me a little. Oh, I want to talk about Yuri licking the wax pencil as well and like immediately questioning her life choices. I found that so relatable, like as somebody who, as soon as there is a camera put on me, I forget entirely how to be human. There was this whole drama about Pie and Asia and them having some tension, which is interesting. I'm kind of struggling with that. Like, I think that'd be a killer duo together. I don't understand why they don't want to have an alliance. Like, if I was Asia, I'd be snapping that right up. And I relate to Asia's trust issues because, well, let's just say, I'm in a similar place right now. On to the floor show. The Boulet Brothers looked incredible in those red wormy dresses. It was giving me Little Shop of Horrors that make it couture. We had fabulous guest judges again this week in Don Mancini and Jennifer Tilly, both horror icons. Now let's break down the looks. First up we have Pie. Obsessed again. It's giving me Gingerbread Man meets Monstrous Doll. The oversized head and the giant needle. It was playful, spooky. I had a very cartoonish feel, which was great. I slayed the lip sync too. I think that huge costume gave them a lot to work with. But I do think like a reveal, like pulling off an arm with like bones or stuffing would have taken it to the next level. Still, Pie's looks so far have been so well finished, and I really appreciate that attention to detail. Majesty's face was absolutely haunting. I really loved the sock puppet, mask knitted creature kind of vibe. She brought a really strong character to the runway again. I think she's killing it this season so far. I will say I think the overall look could have been bigger just in size in general. I think the wig seemed a little flat. I would have liked those braids to have like kind of gone crazy really big. But I think the characterization was perfect. I love the guts gag during the lip sync and the flower, they were really fun. So yeah, she was definitely a standout again. Since last week's video, I've made a discovery. Majesty doesn't follow me back, and I think it's because I accidentally maybe destroyed one of his shows over here in the UK in Birmingham many years ago, with me being a drunken mess and taking over the stage. I don't know when he unfollowed me, but it was probably after I ruined his show, I'm guessing. So I'd like to apologise for that publicly. I'm sorry for ruining your show, James. But love you, James. Hope you can forgive me for that. Sorry about that. On to Jaharia. Now, I think Jaharia's look was a little bit of a miss this week for me. It didn't seem like a doll. I couldn't see doll in there at all. I saw video game character, I saw like boss bitch and like final girl, but I didn't see doll. You know, there was no doll. Her look might not have been as elaborate as everyone else's, but her performance was really scaled up. She's clearly a very talented dancer. I think the costume had a bit of an off-the-rack feel. And let's be real, when it came to time to perform, Jaharia really delivered. Her energy was high, she had killer dance moves, and you could really see her talent shine through, even if the look was a little pedestrian. On to Scylla. The concept was there, but the look felt a little lackluster to me. The big button on the front of the dress kind of looked flimsy and cheap to me, and I wanted more rhinestones and more drama. Scylla's lip sync to me felt a little bit overthought and a little bit like she was holding back, and this is a competition where you don't want to hold back. You need to give it your all. I think for Scylla this week, a bigger crown and a little more attention to detail would have made the world of difference. On to Vivi, the Force. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I am loving it. I love this look. I love the red and yellow colour scheme. I feel like it's referencing lots of famous clowns. I see a bit of Mr. McDonald in there. I see some It. I think it's a really strong clown look. I love the use of the red colour on the cheeks and the dirty aged costume. Makes it look real and lived in and scary. During the floor show, she looked like she was having fun. There was playful reveals. So there was a lot of energy. I think the lighting and the editing made it hard to kind of make out what her reveals and her gags were, but I'm sure they were fun. I think she did a great job this week. Onto Aurora. This look, it was beautiful and disgusting in the best way possible. Very nice to see her change it up and show some filth and some glamour in a different way this week. I really love this look. The giant needle prop and the reference to her trans identity, I absolutely love that twist and that take on the theme. I like the details of the stitches, and the ring pulley on her back was also a great addition. I think her lip sync was fun as well. I just wanted to see a bit more like intensity and ferocity maybe during it. On to Grey Matter, who brought us this creepy goblin doll with those amazing fingers and that stunning prop. It was like a spiky... What was it? I don't even know. It's like a spiky staff. It was a staff. With his gorgeous staff with the face on it, I think that was really cool. I also loved his makeup. I thought that was very cool. Grey Matter clearly has a very strong aesthetic. I think his lips felt a little bit restrained to me. I know the Boulets really loved it, but I would have liked to have seen him go even bigger with the movements and a little bit bigger with the movements, a little bit camper with them. And maybe they did. It's kind of hard to see everyone in that short amount of time. I think I just wanted more drama from him, but overall, he's definitely nailing that creepy, cute, weird goblin vibe. His taste is definitely standing out so far to me. On to Yuri. I am obsessed with this look. Again, this is a huge standout for me. The hat with the strings, epic. Wish I'd thought of it first. The light behind the eyes, super spooky. Wish I had it right now. I think her lip sync was incredible. The makeup underneath the mask looked brilliant. Her movements and everything, she captivated me. I think she really showed what she's made of this episode. And if Yuri is ever down, I am totally up for some mask for mask fun, except I prefer mine with no strings attached. God, stop me, that's embarrassing. On to Miss Desiree Dick. Now, when Desiree walked on stage, I thought, fuck, we've got a problem somewhere. There's some field that is full of crows, because she was giving me scarecrow, I'm not gonna lie. The hat, I think, made it scarecrow, and the patches, and I don't know, I do appreciate her reference, and I think, again, I could see the skill and the time that had gone into this costume. She clearly cares a lot about her drag and puts energy into it. I think it was maybe a little rough, and Desiree, I know you're gonna watch, and I love you already. I think you're so sweet. I think if she'd drawn it back a few steps and maybe taken away the big skirt and had it as trousers or a bodysuit moment, or taken off the hat and had some headpiece that went big high, and during the lip sync, the costume kind of swallowed her up. There was a lot going on, and it was kind of hard to make out the full concept. Onto Asia Consent. Asia's look was again super detailed. There was a lot happening. There was a strong, natural aesthetic to the doll, which I really enjoyed. I love the boots she was wearing. I love all the textures. I love the color palette. I think it was a really strong look. I think maybe if anything, there could have been a little more cohesion in terms of shape and silhouette. She brought great energy to the lip sync. I think Asia's moves on stage are always really entertaining to watch. Now, Auntie Heroine gave us a full-on Jack in the Box moment. Literally in the box. I love this look. I think this was top level again from her. It gave me throwbacks to my time on Drag Race when I brought my dick in a box on episode 1. I love a Jack in the Box moment. I think it's a great reference. Super creepy as well. I've got this one behind me here who's very creepy. I think the giant gloves were a great touch. I loved Auntie's movements inside the box. I do wish, however, the box had been a little bit more decorated. Maybe some glitter, some rhinestones, just something to make it pop. It felt a little plain. And in the lip sync, Auntie brought some great reveals. I like the taking the gloves off with the bloody fingers. I like the box popping open. I kind of wish she climbed out of the box, just for like a little bit maybe. Or right at the end, there could have been a reveal with some floppy doll legs that popped out. Or I think there could have been something to do with legs. And I get that she's not supposed to be a human. She's supposed to be Jack in the Box. So maybe I'm expecting too much. But I don't know, I think it would have been fun. So, the Boulet brothers did the judging, and the top looks were Grey Matter, Auntie Heroine, Pie, and Jaharia. Honestly though, Yuri should have been up there too. Her look was standout for me. Oops, my dress is opening. And the winner was Auntie Heroine. Well done, she really deserved it this week. I really like the size and the scale of her look. Again, I think this was a hard one to pick a winner. I think Pi could have had it again quite easily. It's a very strong cast. The bottom two are Desiree and Scylla. I agree with the bottom two this week. I think it's probably the right choice. The piercing challenge though, oh my God. A needle through the knee, a needle through the knee, needle through the knee, a needle through the knee, needles through the knee, a needle through the knee, knee. Oof, brutal. No thanks. You know, actually, when they announced it was the piercing challenge, I thought, oh, that's fine again. I could probably do this one. But watching it, like, no way. I don't want to do that. That doesn't look fun. I think they both killed this, but Desiree had me cracking up with her bigger dick, thicker dick, curvier dick. I think I want Desiree to start a podcast. I think she'd be really funny, just like chatting shit. And I kind of don't want it to be like a sit down thing. I want it to be like voice notes that she records through the week whenever she just has a random thought. And in the end, Scylla got the chop. R.I.P. Scylla, we can catch up in hell when I get there. Now, that's it for this week's review. Creepy creatures. What did you think of the floor show looks? What did you think of that gnarly piercing challenge? And what do you think of my gorgeous look? Let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notifications icon for more Dragula madness. Stay freaky, stay fabulous, and remember, always let the balls hit you right in the face. See, if I really had the energy, I would fill this up with fake blood and I would drink from it and it would look very good. I'm giving you like porcelain baby doll, but smashed, obviously, on the inside and out.